This is our first hometown crowd show in Indiana, and we couldn't be more excited to feature Madison. So you're going to see that there is so much to pack into a long weekend, a staycation, or maybe even an overnight trip. So we've arranged this show a little bit differently according to itineraries that interest you. I'm so excited to introduce Mayor Bob Courtney and Andrew Forrester with Visit Madison. Guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah.
And thank you for rolling out the red carpet here.
We love Madison. We're glad you're here.
We're excited to be.
We're happy to share the story of Madison.
Well, there is a lot to tell. And I mean, you're a Madison born and raised, you know, and this is probably, has it changed for you a lot?
It's changed a lot over the years, but and you'll see a lot of growth in Madison, but what hasn't changed is really the charm of our community, and that is what's kept me here. It is what's bringing people to Madison every year.
You know, I was going to ask, what is in the water here, right? What is in the water that so many businesses are located here, people want to travel here?
What's in the water is something that, you can't replicate.
Yeah.
It's the charm, the authenticity, it's all of the natural environment, the amenities. It's how the city has cared for Madison over, the last couple of centuries that, again, allows us a great base to grow and improve, but never forgetting our history and what that means to our future.
Absolutely. And Andrew, we talked about doing the show just a little bit differently, and I love this because that's how people plan trips these days.
Right.
And Madison is the perfect place to do that.
Yeah, well, it's exciting. Whatever you want to come and experience here in Madison, whether it's an outdoors weekend, you can go to Clifty Falls State Park, you can go golf at one of our golf courses, you can enjoy a relaxing weekend on the riverfront, just sitting on a bench, watching the boats go by. We have everything. If you want to go shop, if you want to hang out on Main Street, eat, drink, listen to music, it's all right here in Madison, Indiana.
There's so much to do, you have to come back another weekend.
That's right.
Noted.
Exactly. That's right.
You know, I'm very impressed with your farmers market, right? It's open year-round.
That's right. It's the oldest farmers market in Indiana. Started in 1809, the actual year when Madison was founded, and it's a producer-only market. So you'll have meat, you have eggs, you have baked goods, artisan crafts, and some live music every Saturday. So it's all right around the Broadway fountain. It's a lot of fun.
We are just a few blocks from the Ohio River. The best views I think I've seen.
Yes, well, and no matter which kind of view of the Ohio River you want, whether you want to be right along the riverfront, walking along the shoreline, want to walk on the sidewalk, sit on the bench and listen to the calliope from a steamboat that comes by, you can do that. Or you can go up to Clifty Falls State Park and get that view from the end, or even out at Hanover College. They have the only place on the Ohio River where you can see 3 bends in the Ohio River at the point. So wherever you want to see the river, how close you want to get, you get a chance to do that right here in Madison.
Right, and Mayor, I bet you're already planning. This is beautiful and this is wonderful. Are you already thinking, what's down the road for Madison? What can you give us a sneak peek to?
Well, the great thing about Madison is that it's always planning for the future. We have a fantastic historic district, but how do we amplify that and continue to bring not only tourists, which is that tourist economy is growing, but people moving here. So what's on the horizon is tremendous amount of investment in outdoor recreation, and we've got some great partners as bringing that because we know it's so important to our community, health and wellness aspects of it. We just recently announced a $10 million restoration project for a WPA project, which is going to be known as the Coastal Beach Aquatic Park. We have riverfront development, the Overlook. We have a cultural arts district that we are improving, a neighborhood market, gateway. Madison's Main Street over the next 5 years is going to see a whole new life that's breathed into it. Again, recognizing our past and what that means for making a historic feature is what we're all about.
You mentioned your cooperation, and that is something that I'm very struck by. Do you think that the reason things keep growing and moving forward is that you have this incredible cooperation between tourism and the city and nonprofits and businesses? There just seems to be a unique, hey, let's all get on the same page because it's good for all of us.
It's the absolute requirement that you have that I think is also demonstrating results, right? That you put action behind all the planning, but really what you have to have is all the collaboration. And it takes planning, commitment, volunteers, investment, capital investment. We also lead with the city first. We believe that our planning and our investment, if we're not willing to invest in ourselves, how can we ask all the other ones to come here too? And we're experiencing a renaissance like never before. Literally hundreds of millions of dollars of new investment capital is coming to the city of Madison that is going to improve our quality of life, health and wellness, our economy, our industry, our employers. Every pocket of metric that you would look at is improving right now at this period of time. And so it can't happen without collaboration.
And Andrew, I bet you have a to-do list and planning a mile long, but if you could narrow it down, what are some of the events and festivals you're like on the horizon? I really want to get this here to Madison.
Yeah, well, over the last year, we've seen 21 new businesses open in our downtown. So we've had a lot of businesses make that investment, like the mayor was saying. One of those is the Pearl Plate, which is a kitchen utensil store, and that's great. We've also had a new event. The Madison Wild West Rodeo Show started last year. And so those are the new events and stores that people are coming here investing in Madison. And we're seeing that when they invest in Madison, Madison invests in them. And that's really neat to be able to see that grow.
So do you find that people will come visit and love it so much? So like, you know what? Let's get a house, let's stay, look at the schools, let's just set up our whole lives here.
Yes, one of my favorite stories about that, we had a steamboat that visited, the American Queen steamboat, and we had somebody that got off of the steamboat, fell in love with the community, called up a realtor, and got to see one of the homes while they were docked here in Madison. And then they got back on the boat. The next time that they were here in Madison, they were signing paperwork to own a home here. And so we see that a lot, but it's not just people that come and just fall in love with the charm, which you can do, but they fall in love with the safety. They fall in love with the small community, fall in love with the built environment and the natural beauty. And so we're seeing young families that decide they want to live here because it's a safe place. It's a place that has a lot going on, and they want to be a part of what's going on here. That's why we roll out the red carpet for visitors and try to make things as great as we can for visitors and residents alike, because it all starts with a visit, and that visit starts with visitmadison.org.
All right, well, let's get exploring. Mayor Courtney, Andrew, thank you so much for kicking off this show. If you would like to start planning your next trip to Madison, just go to visitmadison.org.